I am a mentor now for the coaching course that I completed my qualification with. And each course I take on a number of coaches and I mentor them through the process. So they do the course, and once a week we have our phone call. I just help them through it from my experiences. And I got this one guy, and he has to practice coaching on other people on the course. And I just said to him, I'll give you a little secret. When next time you're talking, don't say anything. Literally just keep still, keep silent, hold the space. And when your client's talking, just stay silent. Even when there's a gap, stay silent and watch the magic happen. And what I mean by that is when you're talking to someone, usually when we're talking, we're always thinking of what to say next. We're not very good at being in awkward silences or silence at all. So we always have to fill these gaps. And usually you'll find that most people are not actually being listened to, and you're not paying attention to exactly what they're saying because you're trying to think, right, when the next silence comes in, I'm going to come up with my point. And what I love about coaching, and especially the mentoring, is when something like that works and people put it into action and they see how powerful it is. Like this guy left me a voice note, and it was about a conversation, and it's the most exciting. It was like a kid, he couldn't believe it. And then he was going, and I just held the silence and I noticed, and then she was trying to come up with some ideas. Then she was asking questions to herself that she was then answering. And he said when she was asking the questions, normally he would have then asked something, but she asked instead because he held the silence. And that's the power of holding the space, is that you allow people to make their own decisions, but they have someone to use as a soundboard, I guess. Most people just want confirmation. Most people just want that helping hand to say, yeah, great idea. I'm with you, I'm supporting you, but go for it. But what normally happens when we have the conversations is people will be like, don't think you should do that, that's a bit risky. Oh, that sounds dangerous. Oh, that country, not so good there, don't do that. You've got a great job. And it all comes from a good place, but listen to what's being said. That's their agenda. Like there's a good example in a book, Be Great or Be Obsessed or Be Average, Grant Cardone, and he talks about, they call them naysayers, so it's your friends and family that are close to you, but they say words that are really damaging and hold you back, because they're the people you go to because you love and trust. But what normally happens is they don't listen to what you're saying, they just come straight in with their agenda and their opinions, usually to protect you. And he gives examples with when he was first in at work, had a good job. He's like, Mum, I'm quitting my job. I'm going to start my own company. And the mum's like, why would you leave now? You're making so much money. And then another time he's like, Mum, I'm going into business with this person. And why would you do that when you've already got a business? You know your dad failed when he went into business with someone else. And then there was one other thing. He said, I'm moving to California. Why would you go there? It's dangerous there. And what he said, his mum's never had a business, his mum's never had a business partner, and his mum's never been to California, yet she had an opinion on all of them. And it's true. Like literally everything we do in life, everyone has an opinion, which they're entitled to. But I always say your time to talk is when you've been given the mic. So if you're having a conversation with your friends, your loved ones, your kids, listen like a stone. This is what we've been taught on the course. But imagine you're a stone with ears. So there's no face expression. You're not getting caught in the emotion. When there is tears or anger, you're just listening. You're just observing. And when there is a silence, I always say hold the space. Even when you have the urge to talk, just hold it, just hold it, just hold it. And you'll see that they start talking again. And then they talk again. And because when you hold it and you start seeing it happen, then you're like, wow, this is so powerful. Another book to read on this is Time to Think, Nancy Kline. There's 5 questions she asks and unbreak anyone's limiting beliefs. But again, it's about listening, holding the space. But the beauty of the call today was from one conversation that he had just by holding the silence, and what come from that session was so powerful. So that's what I love about mentoring, and that's what I love about coaching. So the challenge for you guys now is the next conversation you have with someone, be there. And again, be present, but literally be there, focus in their eyes, just listen like a stone with ears and hold the silence. And just watch how often you want to say something, or you've already got something to say, but try to be aware of that and catch yourself.